I was extremely happy. But when I look at it, people complain about the draft picks that we got, that we gave up for him. I look at it. This is a two-way player. He's worth two draft picks, and for a team like Jacksonville, which we need star power. That's the only thing that's missing with our team. We need star power, and to get another weapon on the other side of the beach, Brian Thomas, Brian Thomas, and to get another weapon at corner for Campbell for a defense, I think we're going to be in good shape. I know Trevor's happy. We beefed up the offensive line. So I'm looking for, along with the star power, to have we're going to have a good season this year, and I'm excited to have Travis in Jacksonville.
Yeah, for Trevor Lawrence, I mean, I've got to imagine he is so happy, like you said. What if you've talked to him, Jimmy? What can you say about what he's feeling? What have you heard about Trevor's reaction? I mean, what does the franchise quarterback here feel about getting this #1 target now in town on his football team?
Well, I haven't talked to him, but the whole city is just extremely excited. We're surprised. I know this may have been in the works for 2 weeks, and the Jaguars front office did a good job at keeping it on the wraps so nobody would find out until draft day. I knew when Jacksonville made that trade, the only player that I could see us getting was Travis Hunter. So I got excited. I woke up this morning and said, "Good morning, Jacksonville. Good morning, Duval." And the response that I got on Twitter was unbelievable. Everybody's happy. And if you ask me, they talk about teams that have won the draft so far.
Yeah.
And they talk about the Giants with their 2 first rounders and maybe Atlanta with their picks. But the way I look at it, I think Jacksonville has won so far because we got 2 players in one.
Jimmy, what does it say? What does it say to the guys on the football team, to the fan base, to the rest of the league? You've got a new coach here. You've got a new GM, a young GM. And for him to pull off this move, which is a blockbuster draft day move, what's the signal that sends to everybody?
Well, it reignites the fan base. We were down in ticket sales. People weren't coming to the game, especially when Trevor out the injury last year. People probably weren't renewing their tickets. But now, a star player like Travis Hunter, everybody wants to come to him. So I anticipate our ticket sales are going to be through the roof. We're going to fill those seats, and because we're not far away from having a successful team. We lost a lot of games. We were 4-10. So a lot of our losses came within just one score. So and having the new coaching staff and the new regime there, I think reignites the fan base, and we're all excited in Jacksonville.
Jimmy, I mean, you were such a great wide receiver in this league, and you know how hard it is just to play on one side of the football.
Yes.
What should the plan be for Trevor now that you guys have him? Not there yet, but he's in your building. Is he full-time both ways? Is he a cornerback who has some packages put in for him on offense? How do they utilize him?
It's kind of hard to say, but the way I look at it, you give him more of an opportunity with the ball in his hands, and I think that's where he's the best with the ball in his hands. On defense, they can throw away from him, so he's not effective. He's effective, but at the same time, he's not effective. On offense, he's able to touch the ball multiple times and get it in once and more. We need big time.
Wow. So, but would you also like to see him play defense, or would you like to just sporadically throw him out there at cornerback and not necessarily have him every defensive snap?
When I met him at Jackson State on the sideline doing his recruiting trip, that's one of the things he was talking about, being a two-way player and going full time. And he did that. He did it at Jackson State, and he went to Colorado. He's one of the most talented players in college football history. So I don't see any change. I don't think anything should change. I think if he has the legs to go full time, it hasn't been done. But if he has the legs, and he's shown it in college that he can do it, I don't see a reason why he shouldn't be able to go full time. If he wants to do it, he has a chance to do it.
Last question for you, Jimmy, and I'm sure you were bummed when he ultimately decided, Travis did, to go to Colorado State. But pretty cool, though, that, two guys from Jackson State now, you're a legend in Jacksonville, and now he trying to have somewhat of a similar to career, the great career that you had. that pretty cool for you, Jimmy, to have come from the same college and now same NFL organization?
That's a cool deal to have that in common with Travis. You know, both of us going to be in Jackson State alums, and now both of us, you know, being a part of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's got some work to do, but I'm sure he's going to welcome the challenge. And man, we're just extremely to have him there.
I know I said last thing. Would you be willing, if he called you and said, "Hey, Jimmy, kind of show me the ropes. Would you mentor me a little bit? Would you be willing to talk to the young guy and mentor him?"
I'm going to reach out to him before he gets a chance to reach out to me, because I want to be able to give him